Okay, people, Glitcher would like me to tell you it is at 2:25. Actually, it could have been a couple of minutes either side of that. I really don't remember. 17, 18 on my tie. 17, 18 stuff. Right, yes, actually, yes. That leads me perfectly on to what Glitcher would like me to tell you. I've just been telling Glitcher, if somebody really wants to stop this negative death spell energy and this oppression energy and stuff like that, let me tell you how you're going to do that. Let me tell you about anxious children. Let me tell you about anxiety. Let me tell you about how you've worked it over the years, right? If you stop feeding children news before they go to school, if every parent was done for emotional abuse, allowing the children to listen to news, all the shit that's going on in the world, before school, after school, anytime, they need to be 18, sometimes 21, to be able to access the news. Content thieves, fuck you. 0110 to 111 now. Fuck you. It's my voice, all right? And I'll say it how I want to, eloquently or not. And if I was put in a position where I had to be eloquent, trust me, I can do that, sirs and ma'ams. Now listen, if you've got a child that is going to school, whether they're ADHD, autism, freaking no disorders, whatever, you've got a child that is going to school. They've just gone into the shop and seen the newspaper. They've just heard mum, and some people used to get their kids to read the newspapers at breakfast for reading lessons, right? Practice. No! 153, 154 on my timer. If you're allowing your children under 18, or well, particularly, I mean, you can't really stop them under 18, over 18, I guess, but there needs to be some sort of code you get that you can access the news when you pass some sort of mental health check or something like that, because otherwise what's happening is with these children growing up over the years, they're listening to news before school, the night before bed, they're listening to it. 6 o'clock news, 5 o'clock news. Do we need the news every fucking hour where a child somewhere is going to hear it? And then they're going to go to school or they're going to go to college. And what they're going to do is they're going to be expected to sit down all day, 2, 3, 4 on my timer, to sit down all day with whatever they've just heard about the news in the back of their mind all day, every day. And then what you're doing is you're sending these students into schools, right, where they've just heard on the news how shitty the world is. Now you're teaching them how shitty the world was with history, with all the killing, with all the this, with all the that, right? All the nasty, real nasty stuff. So not only now are they having it told to them and taught to them what happened historically, shitty news, what is happening currently, presently, shitty news. You're then expecting them not to be actually anxious about the future. If you want children's anxiety, anybody's anxiety to die down, it starts with the children. Making little tiny changes that will mean massive changes long term for the children of this world. Like I just said, news 342 343 on my timer. Glitcher's just asked me to tell you all, really and truly, news needs to stop. I know you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Someone's going to steal my content and it'll be all your idea, won't it? Just like everything else I'm finding over the last few years with delivery drivers' ideas that me and my sons have had, with stuff I'm seeing on billboards, with my inventions that I'm inventing everywhere because someone's been such a twat and basically sold everything I've come up with to the world, except I haven't seen a penny of it. Well, let me tell you this, right? If you stop, I keep telling you for years now, and this is the last time I'm going to appease Glitcher or you or anyone else because I'm sick of wasting my damn breath. Stop teaching children what went on in the past if it is bloody and gory. Stop allowing them to hear about it happening if it is bloody and gory now. Stop it. And then stop expecting these kids to go and do a full day at school, focus on their damn work, without in the back of their mind them wondering who's going to get run over next, who's going to get killed next, who's going to get blown up next, who's going to be racially abused next, who's going to be targeted next. Because what do you expect? What do you expect for these young children, these teenage children, these young adults? What did you think was going to happen? Are you all literally just a great big ball of karmic fucks or what? Do you actually care about the children of our world or not? 5:20, 5:21 on my timer, because actually, hang on, my leg and my tattoo thing is actually burning. Stop. Please stop. Because actually, right, it's literally in my veins to scream at you all, right? Honestly. You wonder why your kid is anxious. Because you're making it. 543 on my timer. Because you're making them anxious. You wonder why your students won't sit still. Because you're allowing them. You're teaching them. I mean, bloody hell, Newsround. My kid used to watch Newsround. My kid found out about terrorism at 5 years old without my permission. School just did it. Just put it in his head. And then wondered why he was anxious every day. Used to blame me. No, he was anxious every day because you just broke his 5-year-old little heart and his joyous look at the world, and now he didn't, and then he didn't like it. Then he was scared of everything. Because you're telling these kids shit they don't need to know if you then want them to flourish in an environment like an educational setting. I'll give you can't be eloquent, babes. I'll give you can't be eloquent. Shut up, you fucking ass. Now, if you don't want children to be anxious about their future, stop telling them the gory shit that happened in the past and that is happening now. That's the way around it. Take it, leave it, do whatever you want with it. No doubt you're just going to fucking copy it. But it's not yours. It's not your voice. It's God's. Okay? Call me what you want. I don't really care. But I'm God's daughter. That's who I am. 07020703 on my timer. I'm God's daughter, thank you. And I bring his message. I guess it's up to you what you do with it. That means in the long run, it's up to you what's going to happen in this world. Not because I've stopped energy working. It's got nothing to do with me. It's to do with what you're doing with God's daughter. And what you're doing is tragic. What you're doing to all of God's children, which is every single person that walks this planet. What are you going to choose to be? 739, 740 on my timer. Are you going to keep letting these kids listen to fucking news? In the car? In the very cars? They're in the cars, right? Where you and your bloke, you and your woman, you and whatever, you're not listening. You don't care that your 1-year-old is in the back. If a baby can learn from in the womb, a year later after it's born, that's a lot of months it's learning and feeding, and not off words, off energy. 0808 on my timer. Off energy. You've got to understand when words are formed around a child that can't talk, it will learn the energy attached to the words and apply it accordingly as it grows, especially if what it's hearing isn't changing and what it's hearing is negative all the time, before school, before this, before that. It takes it with it. You just don't understand. And if you do, that makes you horrible and karmic and nasty, all of you. If you don't want children to be anxious and worry about the future and put ideas in their minds to possibly happen, then stop teaching them what has gone on and is going on now. Make it stop. Get the ideas of doing certain things out of children's heads because we're not teaching them about it. I don't know what else to say to you. I've got to go because